Patriots, baby.
The Inky Man.
And he's on the dog.
The Inky Man.
And he's on the dog.
It is real.
And he's on the dog. And he's on the dog.
Hold your ears, folks. It's showtime.
You know, when Vegas gets rain, you are guaranteed to catch one of these. Ain't no damn doubt about it. What up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy.
The Inky Man.
Happy Monday, you suckers. I'm doing this show live from the Downtown Grand Hotel and Casino in downtown Las Vegas. Wanted to just do something different, you know what I mean? Got a couple days off. I figured let me go ahead and set up the camera there and make some things happen. So immediately after I got out of work, I went through this app, got me a room. Cookie's at work right now, so she'll be here a little later on. But I'm just gonna knock out this show while I can and while I'm feeling groovy. Ooh. This is a drink. This is a beer called Ocho, made by Banger Brewing. Ooh, and it's setting the vibes right. Matter of fact, this show is co-written by a beer called Ocho from Banger Brewing. Thank you for watching. Now, with it being Monday, you know there's a tradition here. If you've watched the show, if not, then you're being exposed to a tradition that I do on Monday called Motivation Monday. Here we go.
Good morning. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. Arthur Ashe, in my morning voice.
The Inky Man.
Arthur Ashe. You know, if you're not familiar with Arthur Ashe, he was an African-American black tennis player. Very good tennis player. And as a matter of fact, I met his lawyer one time. I know back when I was in prep school, I have just resources and connections to some serious folks, right? And I remember I went to a party out in New Canaan. I believe it was New Canaan. Went to this house. I'm not going to name any names since I didn't ask any of these people. Can I talk about them? But I went to this girl's house. And one thing about me being in these places, some of the parents that would meet me were amazed at my etiquette and my manners. Okay, so I got to rub elbows with that Jack and Jill crowd, you dig? If you're not familiar with that, look it up. So I met, this woman was Jordan's lawyer. I don't know if she was his only lawyer, but she was Jordan's lawyer. She had Arthur Ashe, and she had a player from the Mets called Mookie Wilson. Now, the first two I didn't really believe until I was at her house, and she brought me into the living room and said, I want you to meet Mookie Wilson. Now, this is why that's significant to me. God bless the dead. My grandfather, Peter J. Smart, was a member of First Baptist Church out in Stratford, Connecticut. And the men's group would sponsor these trips to football games, baseball games, Lake Quassapa. This is Connecticut stuff here. There's people in here going, yo, I remember all the stuff I'm saying. So we would go to these different things. But one of the things that, when it came to the baseball game, we always went to see the Mets, the New York Mets. All right? Mookie Wilson played for the New York Mets. And I remember when we would go to these games, big shout out to my cousin Jay, big shout out to my cousin Robbie, Kim, my brother Danny. Y'all remember this, y'all probably tagged. If not, it's in the group. But we used to go to these games. Actually, my dad only used to let the guys go, so Kim might not remember this. And wow, thinking of that now, wow. So anyway, we would go to these games, sidebar, and the third prize is 5 in your eye. We would go to these games, and there would be some adventures. I don't even know where I'm going with that. Why? Because of my co-writer. My co-writers got me acting about things. Anyway, that's what it was. When we would go to these games, me and Jay would be looking through the programs and looking at the players and stuff. And I remember, like, there was a guy named Sky, I believe, that was on the Mets. And, you know, we looked in and you looked in the program and had each individual players, and sometimes they had cartoons and all that. But I remember Mookie Wilson. And Mookie Wilson had this unique face, mainly because of his eyebrows, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to try to look that picture up and throw it up in here. If I do find it, it'll be right here. So he had a distinct face, and I would see that in the programs. And that was it. Nothing, you know. But when I went to her house and that man was standing up in that house, and I mean, there was a party going on at this house. And she came, this woman, the mother of the girl that was throwing the party, came and got me and said, I want you to meet Mookie Wilson. That was the cat's meow. That was the bee's knees. Can you dig it? This right here is hitting the spot. This is hitting the spot right here. I'm gonna see if I can get a little sponsorship or something. This right here, this right here. Anyway, this is where we hit this segment because I have a question.
It's the question. It's the question, boy. It's the question. It's the question. Come on.
So I'm looking online, and as a matter of fact, at the time that I'm doing the show, I saw this. And I put my vote in. Now, the question is obviously within the meme, but I'm going to answer it, and I would love for you to answer below. I said Mike Epps and Kevin Hart because I've seen Mike Epps live at a show, and the man had me folded, okay? Kevin Hart himself is a very funny guy. To me, very funny. Some people are saying he's all played out and this, that, and the third, and they're only saying that because he's flooding the airwaves. I get it. But you cannot deny that the brother's funny. Sorry. So anyway, the question has to do with if you were being roasted, what comedians would you bring in? Not all of those comedians are comedians that roast. If anything, they're funny. But they don't all come off the dome and they're roasting you. I seen someone's choice and they had, as a matter of fact, in that post, someone put down Bernie Mac and Cat Williams, and I had to think about it. I've seen Bernie Mac at the Kings of Comedy tour. Thank you, Uncle Lenny. Brought us to this Kings of Comedy tour out in New Haven, at the New Haven Coliseum in New Haven, Connecticut. And we seen him, and I remember him, Steve Harvey, D.L. Hughley, Cedric the Entertainer, the original Kings were all at the show. I want to say Guy Torre or Joe Torre was there as like an opening act or something like that, because I know it was more than that. D.L. Hughley, I don't think he's in that list. D.L. Hughley roasts anybody that's in that front row. Roast them. Same with Bernie Mac. I seen Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac used to host Def Comedy Jam, and he used to roast people in the front. Okay, so you got that. But I don't think I've ever seen Cat Williams come off the head and roast somebody. As a matter of fact, I lie. I seen a video where he was at a radio station and this lady was commenting or asking questions. He didn't like what she was saying, and he began to roast her. What was that? I'm going to let you figure it out. What was that? Who was the person that he roasted? Please let me know below. But to me, Mike Epps and Kevin Hart, you coming at me, people are coming at me, roasting me, I'd pull those two right out the pocket. Let them just say, get them. Like meth and red. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the question section of this That's the question section. Boy, this right here, man. See, this thing right here has this chocolatey taste. It's a stout. For those who are beer drinkers, you might know the difference between different beers. This is a stout. And stout usually has a nice chocolatey taste, has a body to it, almost tastes like roasted nuts. Pause. But like my man Mike Ham says, this show am good.
Yeah, 1 2 1 2. Yo, Ink, what up, man?
No, man. Shit, no, man. I believe you get your ass kicked in.
Me and my writer would like to thank y'all for tuning into the show, Inky Man Show. Happy Monday, you suckers. Just stay tuned. That's it. Later.
I'm afraid we're done for. I'm afraid we're done for. I'm afraid we're done for.